Now we will be talking about the Washington football team. For those that are, I'm sure for all those Washington football fans, y'all know who this is in my background. R.I.P. Sean Taylor. Um, so just to go over some of the players that they added this offseason, Curtis Samuel, wide receiver, formerly Carolina Panther. William Jackson, cornerback from the Cincinnati Bengals. They got that boy formerly with the Miami Dolphins, QB Ryan Fitzpatrick, wide receiver.
Hold on. Before you do that, he's formerly been with like half the NFL, so don't
Yeah,
do
pretty much. Pretty much. He got a jersey for every team.
that.
We got wide receiver Adam Humphrey, formerly Tennessee Titans. Center Ted Larson. I have no idea, but I know he used to play for the Bucks a while back. He's a good center. He can play both guards. We got linebacker David Mayo, cornerback Danny Johnson, both for depth um, signing. Lamar Miller, another Hurricane, running back. Offensive tackle David Sharp, and cornerback Daryl Roberts. Uh, they didn't make any trades this offseason so far, um, but that could change. The Washington football team, they currently have 8 draft picks. They have the first, second, they have 2/3. One of them was for Trent Williams last season when they traded to the San Francisco 49ers to acquire. And they have their fourth, fifth, and they do not have a sixth round pick, but they do have 2 sevenths. They have one from the Las Vegas Raiders and obviously their own. So, with that being said, Trey, uh, what is your take on that?
All right. So before I get into the Washington football team, real quick, just want a quick shout out to the Canes. I don't know if y'all seen them 40 times, but
Oh
uh,
yeah,
yeah, it's looking real.
yeah.
We about to put some more talent into the league here. Obviously Jalen Phillips, he ran
Phillips.
4.56.
Yes,
That
sir.
boy was out there blazing, and then on his second run, it was a 4.58. So it's pretty consistent. He definitely got some wheels on him. Uh,
No.
Go ahead.
Um, I've seen a comment from Jalen Phillips. He said that he was disappointed in his 40 time. He normally runs a 4 in the 4.4s from what he was saying. So he said, I'm definitely a 4.4 guy, but obviously that's what he ran on his pro day. So it is what it is. But it's still a good time, Jalen Phillips. Don't beat yourself up
Man,
too bad about
yeah,
that.
yeah, he was he was flying out there. So yeah,
Yeah.
if it's 4.4, even better. But yeah, that was blazing. So
Yeah.
then Brevin Jordan, I guess people are gonna say the second tight end coming out of the draft this year, maybe, right? Since Vick's been raving about the
You
Gators
know,
and not our own tight end, but nonetheless, Brevin
that's
Jordan
us.
ran a 4.69. Pretty pretty good for a tight end. Not obviously it's
Solid.
not gonna be
You're
what
not gonna.
what your boy is gonna run, what Pitts ran, but still solid. Uh, you had Quincy Roach ran a 4.68 other end, and then
Mhm.
obviously Gregory, can't pronounce his last name, but y'all know who I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Of course.
Uh, Running 4.71.
Mhm.
But it looks like this new blood of the Hurricanes talent about to get injected into the league.
I love it.
Uh, Pretty much gonna follow the boys, whatever team they end up in. Hopefully, it's not Baltimore, Cincinnati, or Cleveland or New England. Uh, yeah, But
Thanks.
outside of that, I'm gonna hold y'all down outside. Outside. Well, even if they do go to them places, but it'll be bittersweet, especially not Baltimore. Stay away from the DNs. I know y'all style. I know y'all style. Leave it alone. All right, but on to the Washington football team. So, as we said earlier, Washington football team finished 7-9, but they made the playoffs. Yeah, the NFC least. Yeah, crazy. 7-9 made the playoffs. Nonetheless, 25th in offense, which is terrible, but definitely bottom half of the league. Like, it's not good either. But 4th in overall defense. That is very intriguing to me. And for all things considered, they played a great wild card game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who went on to win the Super Bowl. So if that tells you something, if I'm the Washington football team, that's something that I'm confident about that. The fact that that was probably the Washington football team actually played them better than any of the other teams, if I'm gonna be honest, than anybody else.
Yeah.
With Heineke, Drew Brees, it was close at first, I guess, before Jared Cook happened. The Packers, no. And then we seen the Super Bowl. So yeah, the Washington football team actually gave the Bucs the biggest run for their money in the wild card game. That's crazy to say, but that's something you guys want to build on. The kid played his ass off. That was a great effort. Nonetheless, they did lose. So as far as them, they have a few needs. So obviously, quarterback. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a Band-Aid right now. And it's a Band-Aid for a very short period of time, because we know, well, he was a Buck, so personally as well. And he was just with the Dolphins. So you have Fitz Magic, which a lot of time turns into Fitz Tragic. It goes hand in hand. So he's gonna give you maybe 5 solid games where you're like, oh my gosh, it's magic, and then somewhere, somehow, it just turns off, and it's just like, who is this guy? Get him out of here. We need a quarterback. Then you bench him and have to go back to him, and then he's good for another 2. It's weird. I just don't understand it. But that's Ryan Fitzpatrick's whole career. For whatever reason, that's just how it works. He gets hot in spurts. It's weird. So quarterback is definitely going to be something that you want to address. Maybe you can get through this season and not necessarily have to draft one, especially where you're drafting. Are any of the big name people, I guess, still going to be there? I think at this point you're getting down to your Kyle Trask, your Trey Lance, who actually to me had a great pro day. Trey Lance, if he had maybe a year or so to sit, maybe that could be a decent situation for him to go into. Who knows? But I think if Mac Jones is still there for whatever reason, to me, he seems like the type of quarterback that would fit the Washington football team, I believe. So, but outside of that, though, I believe Vick mentioned him for the Las Vegas Raiders, but Christian Darsaw, the offensive tackle for Virginia Tech, I think if they don't go quarterback, they need to just go ahead and address their tackle position, because that is a need that the football team does have. And I think where they're picking, that is probably going to be the best bet at that point. Now, again, for whatever reason, I don't know. I have a suspicion that if Matt Jones is still there, I think for the reason I feel like they would pull the trigger on Mac Jones. I personally, though, think you sign Tyler Heineke to a 2-year deal. I think you see what he can do. I understand that you couldn't tell your fan base that, oh, Tyler Heineke is he's gonna be the starter week 1. Maybe that's not. Maybe they're looking at you a little. Do you have a backup plan? You have an insurance policy for us? So I get bringing in Fitzpatrick, and if Fitzpatrick follows the same trend that he tends to follow, like we said, start off good or hot and cold, and then you go to Heineke, then it doesn't look at the same as you just saying straight up week 1, Tyler Heineke's the quarterback. But I don't think you necessarily need to go quarterback. I think you go get that tackle between Heineke and Fitzpatrick should be enough, because you're not picking in a position enough to go get necessarily the franchise quarterback right now from where you're picking at. So where you're at, you have to just go ahead and shore up the O-line. Obviously, like I said, defense was ranked 4th overall, which is crazy. Obviously, we know that front 4 is insane. You can also shore up the rest of the front 7 because their linebacking core is kind of They have guys like John Bostic and people like that playing middle linebacker. So I'm sure the D line makes them look better, but that's something they could address too, depending on who's there. I don't think Parsons will still be there at that point, but definitely if he was there, that's something you just got to jump on. But I say that for anybody. If you're one of these teams, like anything outside the top 10, 11, if you're picking and Parsons is still there, you got to hop on that. But for me, it's going to be the offensive tackle for Virginia Tech. I think that's probably the safest bet as far as players that would be available for them when they're picking. Spencer?
Well, for the Washington football team, with the I guess you say the acquisition of Fitzpatrick. If you don't know how he plays, guys, in Washington, let me help you out. He's the greatest worst quarterback you'll ever see. It's not even a joke. Most people say it. He's the greatest worst quarterback you'll ever see. Like Trey said, he'll have 5 games that looks like Hall of Fame level. Like, man, where has this been? And then 3 games later, you're like, oh, that's why. It's crazy. Yes. So for them, I agree. They should look at a quarterback, but where they're sitting right now, it's rare. It's gonna be very rare that one's gonna drop in your lap, especially a one that just had like very high aspect. You're like, man, he looks good out there. Like, yeah, it's gonna be rare. So I know we said for the Raiders they also need a line, so Deshaun might be gone. So if that happens, they could get Jenkins from Oklahoma State. He'll probably be available, or what is it? Samig Kossing from Texas. I probably butchered his last name or his whole name. I know I did, but I know. Yeah,
I've seen him in mock drafts going to Pittsburgh too. He's one of the better tackles in the draft as well. But
yeah. So just in case Deshaun is gone, there's other 2 that are still there. I mostly probably lean on Jenkins a little bit more, but also they said that he's also there for the Texas. I just can't say his name. It starts with C. I know it. Yeah, I really think that will help. I mean, with that, it's going to be a year of like you're not going to get your quarterback like guaranteed at this like number. So get the line up. Yeah, get the line up and just work with the acquisition you got. You got Kurt Samuel and you know the dream of two wide receivers playing on the same team, man. Gibson probably will try to have another good year. And
Baltimore with that dream.
Oh man, these shots are coming from everywhere. Anyway,
Y'all dream has hope, kids. Y'all dream still has hope, man. They actually passed the ball in Washington.
so come on, Trey. So with that saying, it's like the defense is pretty much set. Like you said, like the front seven is probably making most players like, oh man, he's look amazing. But like, man, we taking Chase Young out of it. Like, maybe not. But once again, their defense is solidified for that team right now. So now all the focus is right now should go to offense right now.
Hey, their defense is pretty good, man. They stopped the winning streak. We were 11-0.
Yeah.
Once upon a time. They started the downward spiral. Overrated. You stepped away. I don't know if you heard me. He was talking about the dream, Curtis Samuel and what is his name? I'm sorry. What's the other receiver?
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah,
Scary Terry and Curtis.
Yeah, Scary Terry.
Yeah, they were talking about their dream of playing on the same team together, and I was just like, at least they're not in Baltimore because they don't pass the ball over there. You seen the Lion King meme, right? Where it's like, what's that dark place over there? That's Baltimore. Never go there. They don't throw the ball.
Oh God.
That's for all receivers. Hear me out. Run.
And there's only 3 preseason games. Oh man, this is gonna be
run.
Season 2 is
and
gonna
that's
be
what they all did in free agency. They came for a meeting or they heard their pitch. They're like, they basically came for the free meal, They ate the free dinner. It was like, okay.
Appreciate it.
So you ready to sign this contract? Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna have my agent call y'all
though. So basically it was hey, you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry.
I'm gonna hit up Baltimore, see if they're interested in me. Oh, actually, yeah, they just hit me back. They said they're interested. They'll fly me in, and we're gonna have dinner tonight. You down to come? Oh, okay. All right. It's gonna be a free meal. I don't plan on signing with him.
Yeah, basically that's what a lot of that happened. A couple times. Man. Hey, but y'all got y'all guy though. Y'all got y'all
guy.
Y'all got y'all number 1 receiver.
Anyways.
Drink please.
Back to
wait to the season.
Back to the football team.
He's gonna be injured by week 5.
Back to the football team.
All right, go ahead, Vic.
All right, so I agree for the most part on what y'all are saying.
You have to.
Defense is pretty set. The only thing that if depending on how the draft board falls, obviously we all are in agreement with Parsons. He's most likely not going to be available. I think ultimately, if they can get a middle linebacker, that would put their defense on another pedestal. They obviously have Kendall Fuller on one side, and their recent signing of William Jackson III as the other corner. So that's locking up both the outside. I'm not too sure who their slot corner is, but I'm not saying that they should go for a corner. Quarterback is the biggest need, as y'all said, but this is the perfect draft strategy if I was the Washington football team. I would draft um, best available, whether it is a tackle or a middle linebacker. If you can get saying like um, Jeremiah Owusu from Notre Dame or Nick Bolton from Missouri. Those are two of the other top prospects at the inside linebacker position. But other than that, if you wanted to go tackle, Alex Leatherwood from Alabama would be a good one. Who knows? You can probably get Christian Darrigal if saying the Raiders don't pick him. But with that being said, I would go ahead and go with Jeremiah Owusu from Notre Dame. I think he'd be solid, but Nick Bolton, I know for
You just trying to shore the defense up?
Yeah, sure that defense up. This draft, and I didn't say this on the last one, but I said this in previous videos. This draft is pretty, I wouldn't say it's really deep, but it has a lot of offensive line talent. So you can possibly get one in day 2 or day 3 where you have day 2 where you have 2 draft picks in the 3rd round that you could potentially shore up that offensive line potentially. But I would either go, again, best available, most likely linebacker, because I would love if they get a middle linebacker that could legitimately put that defense to another level. But in the 2nd round, I know we're not really talking about 2nd round, but I've expressed my love for this quarterback, and Trey mentioned him a few episodes ago. But this is a quarterback that you can get in day 2, maybe possibly day 3. Kellen Mond from Texas A&M. You get that boy, have him develop behind Ryan Fitzpatrick, and learn the game from Tyler Heineke, depending on what the football team their plans are with Taylor, or was it Tyler or Taylor? I think it's Taylor.
Taylor Heineke. I'm sorry, my bad.
But yeah, develop him, and I think he would be a great addition. You're not having to break the bank, but if saying like Mac Jones falls to you, I don't think you can pass that up. But that's what I would do if I was the Washington football team. I would definitely go after that. And I just want to say this because I've been taking some shots, but Taylor Heineke was playing. Yes, he was playing against the Buccaneers defense, but we had a key piece that was missing, which we all seen when that boy D. White came back from that COVID. That defense hit another level. But I know Levante Davis said, hey, we weren't ready for Taylor Heineke. We had no idea what he could bring to the table. I guess that showed, but at the same time, we'll never know. Not until the next time we happen to face off against them boys. But regardless, best available, I would say linebacker. Get an inside linebacker that you can solidify that defense with. And 2nd round, draft Kellen Mond. If he is there, don't hesitate. Even if he's getting close, I would trade up for him. Just saying.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. Well, I'm mad at it, but I didn't. Yeah, that's like my sleeper guy that I didn't know a lot of people really knew much about him like that. But yeah. He's gonna end up being a good one.
Does anybody have anything else with that about the Washington football team?
Or not Vic. I think Spence has the schedules.
You're absolutely right. Anyways, so of course, since the Washington football team, we'll do them and then we'll do the Raiders since we're on
all right
now. Well, of course, with the Washington football team, they're in the NFC League. So of course, Dallas, Green Bay, Dallas, New York, and also the Philadelphia Eagles. So those games are going to be included. So you have the Falcons, Carolina, Dallas, Denver, Green Bay, Giants, Raiders, Philly, Dallas, Giants, Philly, Saints, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Chargers, Seahawks, Buffalo.
All right.
Did you
So
find their extra game?
Buffalo. Wait, hold on.
I think I got it.
Because you know they, like I said, this week is they added the 17th week, so every team has an extra week 17 game now.
Oh, I think Buffalo is in here.
Yeah, I got
Buffalo.
17 on mine. Yeah, Buffalo was the added one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I know you had found an updated list that quick. So.
Well, yeah, this is the one they have all the games, just don't have like dates. They have all the games and who they're playing.
Okay.
You just don't have the dates of like, hey, November 6th, something like that.
Okay, so with that list, let me go back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not sounding good to me.
It sounds like a lot of defense got to save a lot of games. That's a lot.
Shoot. I mean,
I know.
NFC least, I'm gonna give them splits across.
So basically, they got 3.
3 and 3 to start, or 3 and 3 in the division.
Yeah. So it's 3-3 right now.
Lose to the Chiefs. Lose to the Packers. Lose to the Seahawks. Maybe not. That offensive line. Okay.
I gotta win.
Yeah.
Lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Packers, lose to the Bucks.
All right, so 3-6.
Lose to the Saints.
3-7.
Lose to the Chargers.
3-8.
I can see them lose to the Broncos.
3-9.
Yeah. So then wins. I have the beating Seattle.
4-9.
Beating the Panthers. Beating the Falcons.
4-6.
Oh, losing to the Bills.
Right.
Sorry.
No, 6-9. 6-9. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So would that be 6 and 11?
Yeah.
6 and 11 is what it's looking for, just the first glance.
Yeah, because that's 17 altogether.
Yeah, 6 and 11 is what I'm looking at.
Man, maybe I might be a little too high on them, but I got them finishing out at 12-5.
12-5?
Yeah. I got them sweeping Dallas. Sorry, Dallas.
12-5?
Yeah, I got them splitting with the Giants, Philly, sweeping the Philadelphia Eagles. New Orleans, I got them winning. I got them losing against Tampa Bay, KC, Chargers. I got them beating Seattle, Atlanta, Carolina. I got them beating Denver. I got them beating the Raiders, losing to the Bills, and with an upset, beating the Green Bay Packers. 12-5.
Hey,
12-5 though.
Hey, we gonna talk this season, boy.
Yeah. I'll be here. I ain't going nowhere.
Nah, I'm talking about wagers, boy, cause
wages.
12-5?
How much you like them?
Well, it looks like I love them.
12-5. All right. Anyways, well, for me, I'm saying at least. I'm gonna say 6-11. I'm gonna say 6-11. But 12-5.
Hey, Washington football team fans.
Vic, that's like
Y'all-
top.
y'all heard it first.
That's like almost in the top 5 in the division, not in the least division. I'm talking about in the NFC division.
We're in the conference, yeah.
Yeah, the conference.
12-5. That's
5.
it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So to the Raiders. The Raiders, of course, in their division also. So they will have the Browns, Dallas, Denver, Colts, Chiefs, Chargers, Giants, Denver, Chiefs again. Then Rams, Baltimore, Cincy, Philly, Dolphins, Steelers, Washington football team, and the Bears.
Also, the Bears is the added game. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna say 9-8.
All right. Well, I got them at 5-12.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait.
I don't really like what the Raiders have
Wait.
done.
Wait.
Offensive line.
That boy
Wait. Why these records are two opposites?
Hey, you know what? I didn't look at it like that, but I honestly looked at it and I was just like, I got them beating the Bengals. I got them beating the Eagles. I got them beating Chicago. I got them beating Dallas. And yeah, Pittsburgh. Sorry, Trey.
Of course.
I'm sorry,
Of course.
Trey.
Of course. Of course he's
Don't
gonna
Right,
pick.
you know.
on that.
Of course he's gonna pick that one.
Oh,
Of course.
I mean, this is premature. This is before the draft, so I mean, depending on what they do,
I say-
Pittsburgh.
I say 8-9 for them. I say 8 for 9. 8-9.
All right. So yeah,
Actually, I changed that. 4-13. Pittsburgh's gonna beat them.
I got them getting swept by the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I got them sweeping Denver.
Yeah.
I got them splitting with the Chargers. They're gonna beat Cincy,
Okay.
lose to the Browns, lose to Baltimore, lose to Pittsburgh, lose to Philly, lose to the Giants.
Got them losing to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I got them beating Washington. I got them beating. Oh no, I'm tripping because I just had them beating the Colts too. Michael. In Miami. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say
That 9,
yeah.
that's looking real 7. 7 and
I'm
10.
gonna say
Yeah, that's
I said
17-ish.
I gave 8-9 just for benefit of a doubt of the Colt game.
Oh, and they'll beat the Bears. Okay, they're gonna
Yeah.
beat the Bears.
Yeah, they're gonna beat the Bears.
But yeah, it's looking 7 and 10-ish. I'm sorry. Yeah. I
I'm gonna say
I
8-9.
tried the Dolphins and the Colts. I had those as loss. All right, as
We
well.
we all agree they're gonna be under 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah,
ours sounds.
What
Ours
you
sounds.
said, though,
Yeah. You making
were
it sound they're gonna get number one
you was
pick next
disrespectful.
year.
You was disrespectful.
You went they're getting number one pick
That
next
boy-
year.
Ooh.
4-13.
They got a tough
God.
division and they got a tough schedule. That's all I gotta say.
But you put Washington at 12-5.
I
Remember,
like Washington football.
this stuff like this right here is prime example why he's not Mr. Pickham's. Like, don't listen.
Hey.
He's gonna boof your money.
I won the last pick 'em. That's all that
I need to
matters.
pull up my Cash App. Oh, I'm just saying.
You can pull it up all you want.
Y'all listen to me. He be saying some crazy stuff. His all
12-5.
over the place.
12-5.
I remember he bet me, what was it? The Ravens and or no, the Steelers and Texans this year. Like this guy's just out of his mind.
Steelers and Texans. I never bet you on the Steelers and Texans.
You said they was going. You said they was going to win.
I didn't. Well, you talking about betting? I didn't bet you though.
Okay, we didn't bet, but you said that they were going to win.
It was probably just because I needed y'all to lose. That was it. Don't take it to the heart. Right? It's not that deep.
Anyways,
this man is loony.
Anyways,
letting his emotions cloud his judgment. I think with a level head, Mr. Pickums.
Episode 50, man, we going in anyway.
He going in. That boy said 12 and 5.
Last I checked, we was tied.
Keep that energy though. Keep that energy on the.
No, I got
last I checked, we was tied for.
Hang on, go ahead.
After the draft, keep that energy, man. Keep that 12 and 5.
Please.
And Washington, you made fans in Washington now. Them boys finna be happy when they hear that.
What?
But Vick was riding their coattails last year, so
they made the playoffs. Like
he a low key a little Washington fan.
I need you to understand how big significant 12 and 5 is.
That's damn near competing for
that's
one seed.
Last year the Saints were 12 and 2.
Hey, it's cool, man. The man said what he said.
You're right. At the end of the day.
Yeah. So you've heard what we've had to say. You've heard what me and Spence have had to say, and you heard
12 and 5.
This man. We're not to that point yet where we need to drug test our cast, but I think we might need to start. Thanks to Vick, I think we're gonna have to drug test this man. But anyway,
no, bullish enough.
You've heard what we had to say. You can agree, you can disagree, but at the end of the day, all takes are valid.
All right, man.
Oh, man.